Hey, hi everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Thank you so much for joining the second session today. So, am I audible, everyone? Can you all show like this?
Yes, sir.
Chalo, great. Let's start. So, still people are coming. So, I'll take 1 minute just to admit. Okay, done. So, first of all, I would like to thank you for coming on the second day today, being Tuesday and 9 o'clock. But yes, it shows that you want to learn something, right? So thank you. And for those who are watching on the recorded session also, thank you. Now, again, I request every time I request only one thing, have patience and watch till the end. You cannot predict within 5 minutes whether it is good or bad. But one thing I can promise, every slide you will learn something new. That is what I can give you the guarantee. So when I give the knowledge, I'll give you full, complete knowledge so that you can start something, implement something immediately. Okay. So let's go. Full and final settlement. Yesterday was the first day. So I thought it will complete in first day, 1 day, but still we are continuing the second day. So I'll just take a small recap only for 2 minutes, only the bullet point. And I request all those who have come for the first time or watching the part two directly, please watch the part one. I have already shared in the group, or you can go to my YouTube channel, HR Topper, and you can watch the video. So yesterday I tried to explain you the concept before you go to the practical part. So the first one was fixed income. So I'll say in one sentence, what is fixed income is the salary that is based on your attendance. Second is arrears. So when anything that was deducted in the previous month's salary that you get in the current month is called arrears. I have explained everything yesterday. You can watch the video. Third one was leaves. Whether leave is applicable, not applicable during the resignation or notice period. Leave encashment. Whether your policy says yes or no, whether it is applicable or not applicable, whether it is on basic, gross, or CTC. But as per the Factory Act, if your company falls under Factory Act, then compulsory there has to be a leave encashment. Second, notice period. How many months notice period? What are the rules and regulation that we have to see the appointment letter or the offer letter? Then it was waiver of or waive off, whatever we pronounce it. It is what is waiver of is someone leaves the organization due to some emergency reason or genuine reason. Even we cannot stop them. For example, their marriage, their transfer, someone's death, hospitalization, like that case. That is called waive off. Then regular income. What is fixed income? Your attendance. What is regular income? Your performance. If you worked more, like incentive you will get, overtime, bonus, variable pay, and it's something else. Then comes the recovery part. What all things we can recover is what we learned yesterday. Bonus. What is bonus? After 1 year, we should get. So that also I have explained. Then gratuity. Then comes reimbursement. This is what we learned yesterday. Then what is investment? And last was income tax. So that this till here we learned yesterday. So today we are going forward to that. Can I go ahead, everyone? A small request again. Being we are in HR, we should follow the process. A simple request to be on the screen so that I can see you whether you are happy, not happy, understood, not understood. We can interact. So only one expectation during this session. Please participate, share your knowledge, information so that we all can learn. So I am the one of the source to give you the knowledge, but you are also working professionals. So you can also share your knowledge. Clear? So let's move to the next part, contact detail. Now, what is contact detail? Now, let's say Miss Nandini is leaving the organization. We still require her contact detail. Why? Can anyone tell me why we require the ex-employee's mobile number, email ID, address? Can anyone tell me? Come on
Sometimes it
fast.
happens, no, that if the employee has not told us before leaving. he has not given the resignation of the from the company, तो उसके लिए भी हमें contact details चाहिए होते हैं of the person.
Nee, when okay, no problem. When a person is leaving today, we still ask for the updated mobile number, email ID, and address. Can anyone tell me the reason why we should collect? Yes, Miss
To
Soumya.
share any to share any letters, and in the near future, if we required, if you
Okay.
want to share any relevant experience letters, or I mean, generally, mostly through couriers also we share. If any, we share
Okay.
them.
No problem. Yes, Miss Soumya, you want to add?
In case of emergencies, we can contact them. So we collect the contact details. Apart from that, in case of employee absconding without any prior information, then also we do collect, because to just to contact them and let us know whether they want to continue or what has happened in the background, like that.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you so much for that information. So let me tell you one thing. First thing, let's be practical. Let's say Soumya is leaving the organization today and she's not going to come back from tomorrow. So what is the first thing? We have to issue the experience letter. We have to give the full and final settlement. We have to give her bonus, gratuity.
Yes, sir.
For that, we have to connect with them. We have to connect with them. We have to inform them. We have to send a mail. And one more thing very important, bank detail. Please write it down. It is not there. Bank detail, or I can write it here only. Write it down, bank details. You know why bank details? Because we are going to
Transfer the amount.
process their salary or FNF on the new one. Many people I've seen that they close down the bank because there are so many banks. Even when I was working, I had 7 debit card, not credit card, debit card. Why? Because 7 companies, 7 different bank. So we have to close down. Now, why mobile email? As I told you, we have to give the full and final settlement, experience letter, bonus. We have to courier also, connect also. Am I very clear? So one of the most important part in the full and final settlement is to connect. If Soumya has left and we don't have any detail, then we have to wait. And let's say Soumya is getting married and going to some other state and we don't have any detail, then what you will do? And today everyone is frequently changing the mobile number. Am I very clear? Can I go ahead, everyone? I need your approval. Everyone is clear with this part?
Yes, sir.
Please be on mute. Please be on mute. Satish. Okay, thank you. Let's go to the next one. Exit clearance form. So we have completed all the parameters, concept, each and every process I have divided into number of bullet points, right? So now we come to the next stage called exit clearance form. Can anyone tell me what is exit clearance form in just one word, one sentence? Anyone wants to try?
All the departments clearance has been done there. HODs
Okay,
का sign होता है from it.
very good. Very good. Anyone else wants to add? Yes.
It's
Any
also called
pending
as no dues.
no dues
No
also.
dues document. Okay. What else? Please
Pending.
write it
Like,
down. No dues document. This is also they call. Yes. Next.
so
Pending
whether the
proceedings.
KT is completely transferred or not, we have to check with the department. Like, final KT transfers are
We
completed or not.
require this. We have required this form for photo handover and taking over.
Handover process.
Yes.
Very good.
And we were taking
Thank you
over.
so much.
Feedback, sir.
Chalo. Great.
And
So I'll tell you in a very
deliver and
simple way. Thank you. I'll tell you in a very simple way. See, what happened is, let's say Anand has so many things with me. I have my desk key. I have my ID card. I have my laptop. I have some dues. So how being an HR will come to know whether Anand has handed over all the things that I got on the day 1 or second day or whenever. For example, I got desktop or maybe laptop, mouse, anything, any company property that I have received, but I have to give it back. So there are various departments. For example, I have handed over the laptop. But who has given the approval and where he has given the approval? So we have one form called exit clearance form. I will show you the form. So what we have to do is we have to take a printout and give it to the employee, or we can send an email. He can take the printout and he will take the laptop and go to the IT team and hand over the laptop, mouse, keyboard, whatever the company has given. Now, let's say you are the IT team. I have given my laptop. So what IT people do, they check the laptop, whether it is in a good condition, whether it is broken or some recovery has to be done. Now he's asking, Mr. Josh, I have given you the mouse also. What happened? Sir, that I forgot. It's not working. It's not working. Now it is a decision of the management, whether the IT person is also management, whether we have to recover or we have to waive off. That is decision is taken by the IT team. Once they sign, they will write. See, I'm just giving you one concept. So IT people will take that form, he will sign and write laptop received, no recovery, or recovery, not submitted the mouse, 499. They will write it in the exit clearance form. This way, we have to go to other department. Let's say admin department. I'm giving my ID card. I'm giving my visiting card. I'm giving all the things which is related to the admin. What he will do? He will accept everything and he will sign off. He will sign off that received and done. Recovery or not recovery. I'll give you one more example. Let's say a library person. We are going and telling, Hey Josh, you have taken 2 books and you have only submitted one. Where is the other one? Sir, I lost it. So the library person may recover the amount from him. How many people understood the concept of exit clearance? So he has to go to every single department, hand over everything and get it signed. Now he goes to the purchase department and I have nowhere connected with the purchase. I am nowhere connected with the purchase. So what purchase people will do? Dash, nil, signature. So signature or approval or clearance from every department is important. So that form validate, approves that he has handed over everything. Am I clear, everyone? Anyone have any query? What is the purpose of the exit clearance form? So I'll show you one. I can share you this format to people, don't worry. So by end of the day, you will get a surprise gift also, notes also, and the certificate process. Okay. So let's take an example. This is a clearance form. The employee will write all the details, last date. And example, he goes to the HOD, the department, self department. He may hand over all the official document, library, material, other kit. He goes to the IT team, email ID deactivation, laptop bag, mouse, keyboard, or anything. See, this you can change as per your company's requirement. I'm just giving you a concept. Then he goes to the admin team where he gives her ID, visiting card, desk key, car key, house key, mediclaim card, web portal deactivation. So what he does, received. He will write here received and he'll put the signature. So that shows that he has handed over and the department has given the clearance. He goes to the accounts team. He gives the travel reimbursement document, any kind of advance, any kind of loan, any kind of cash, any other payment I have to give, company have to give, he has to give. When he go, if suppose you have any education background or something, any kind of policy, equipments, marketing kits, sample, library book, then specially goes to the payroll team to understand whether notice period, am I applicable for gratuity, leave encashment, bonus, investment proof, and others. This is an example of the exit clearance form. Then comes the second page. So second page is where he himself declares that credit my full and final settlement. He himself declare that where I have to credit, where HR people can credit my FNF in this bank account, bank name. So he is declaring and he gives his future communication address, contact detail, email ID, and the reason for leaving the organization. So what I have done is I have seen why don't we use this form for the purpose of full and final settlement. So I'll explain. Then the second most important part of this form is approval of the manager. His manager. whether he has handed over all the job responsibility or whether whatever the expectation during the notice period has been done, his head of department and the HR head. So without the signature and approval of all these three people, you cannot follow or process the full and final settlement, because the most important part is the manager, is reporting manager, because he has to hand over all the company property, all the job description, job responsibility, authority, knowledge sharing, everything to the reporting manager. So this form needs to be filled. Okay. Now I have seen many a times, even in my case also, when I was working, boss is telling, okay, please process. Most of the seniors write only one word, okay, done. But we have to ask him, sir, can we process the full and final settlement? So please mention it. Okay, please process the FNF. We have to tell the management, sir, please can you mention to process the FNF or not? Why we cannot ask question? Friends, I want to tell you one thing. We all are working professionals. We are not executive. We are employee. He's not HOD. He's an employee. He's also getting salary. I'm also getting salary. Am I very clear? You should not feel he's a senior. As an HR, you have the authority to go to anyone and ask anything. That is the power of HR and admin. Am I very clear? One department who can go to anywhere and ask anything has a right is either admin and HR. HR definitely, admin also has the power. Am I very clear with it? So you have to
Yes,
tell
sir.
your boss. So tomorrow your boss may say, I have not given the approval. I've just said okay. He may turn into a different direction. So you have to tell your boss to please mention whether we can follow the process. That is, follow the full and final settlement. Am I very clear? Please make a note. This is what the practical knowledge. Now what I have done, and the signature is important, which shows that they have approved. Then comes the payroll team. This is where I have added. Normally the exit clearance form does not have this part. But I thought, why not add all the parameters here only so that we don't forget? So the moment we get this signed copy from all the department, finally this exit clearance form goes to the accounts no payroll team. So let's say you all are payroll team. So what you will do? You will check whether he is self-resigned, termination, absconding, asked to leave, PIP. You will write it here, the answer. Let's say PIP. Whether the notice serve period? Yes. So this is called checklist. We are going to learn. This is called checklist. At least you will remember. Now what happened? Example, I'll tell you. Example. On the last day, when you were, checking all this form, you realized that she has not submitted the reimbursement. So you can say, hey, Janvi, have you submitted the reimbursement? Or have you submitted the investment proof? So by seeing this, a few bullet points, you can remember that what she has left. Now let's say Manisha has gone. Manisha has gone. Now we have to keep calling. Hey, Manisha, can you please submit the documents? Hey, Manisha, can you please submit the documents? Because without the submission, you cannot follow the process. How many people understood? So it becomes our headache. Now she has joined the other company. She will be busy with the new company. Now who are in hurry? We are in hurry because we have to settle the full and final settlement, not her. So what is my moral of the story for the entire knowledge? Before she leaves the organization, ensure that you have all the documents readily available to process the full and final settlement. Am I very clear? So this is the exit clearance form. Anyone have any question?
So
Can
what
ask
is
me.
PIP?
Sorry.
What is PIP?
Performance improvement plan. For example, Subhashini, your performance is not good. So few companies says, I don't want to see you from tomorrow. You can leave the organization today. But as per the law, it is not correct. We have to give you 1 month chance. So that is a last opportunity where I put you under the performance improvement plan or performance improvement plan.
Yes,
Clear hua
sir.
sabko? It's a 1 month,
Yes.
a duration, a time slot given to you to improve. Even if you are not improving, it becomes like a notice period. So instead of telling you that I'm keeping you for notice period 1 month and you have to go, we will put it under the PIP process. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any question related to this exit clearance form? You can ask.
Yes, sir.
Any,
Can we ask employee where he or she is joining, with what salary hike, and if anyone has any feedback that will,
see,
help us to improve?
as per the law, we cannot ask. Even if I ask you, you may not be comfortable. But if you are very comfortable, when we will give the answer, when we know the current company is not going to harm you, then you may be confident to give the detail. But if you are not satisfied, that if I give it the detail, she may call, she may give negative feedback, it may hamper, then people are not comfortable. Am I clear with the logic? It is all logic. If Anand is comfortable, I will tell you because you are my boss and I have a good reputation, good connection with you. So I will share, nothing wrong.
Okay, so can we just
Clear?
add, I mean, it is depend on the employee whether he or
We
she
cannot
wants to
force
fill or
them.
not. That's
Ah,
their choice, but we
their
can just
choice.
keep it there.
We cannot, tell them or force them to
Got it.
share. That is my personal detail. I don't want to share.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Soumya, your question related to
Yeah,
this topic
officially,
only.
yes,
Yes.
officially it will be not asked actually. So when we submit an resignation letter, sometimes we do mention that like we have gotten another opportunity, so we are requesting you to relieve on this particular date, like that, or we give the notice period, whatever it is asked from the company. So that
Hey,
is what
what she
usually
said
done.
is, can we ask what happened? No,
Yeah,
most of the
officially it is
company,
not asked. Officially it is not asked.
no,
As
I'll
you
tell
said,
you.
like if
I'll
employee
tell
is
you.
willing
What
to
happened is,
share it,
Soumya,
then only.
they mention in the exit clearance form. Some company mention that tell me your name of the new company, what designation. They don't ask. They make a part of the exit procedure, which is not correct. Correct, Soumya? That is what she's also want to say.
Yes,
We
correct.
cannot force them. Correct, Soumya? That was your point.
Yes, it is not forcibly asked. That is what even I meant.
Chalo. Thank you for that
Thank you.
sharing. Anyone have any other question? Can I go ahead? Can I go ahead? Chalo.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah,
So
please.
they might be a third party agency, right? So how the procedure will be? It will be the same or else different process?
Third party means
Like some people they'll be hiring through contracts, right?
then
So
why
on
we are
behalf,
taking care? If
The
third party is
contractor
doing,
will
let
be
his
taking care.
headache. We don't have to bother anything. If he's a third party, let him do. What is our responsibility on that? Nothing.
but he is
But
using the
process
assets
is
of the,
process. Process is process. So they will follow this process or they should follow this process.
but
Clear?
he'll
It's a
be
third
using,
party.
yeah, but
Tell
he'll
me.
be using the assets of the companies, right? For an example, some A company is he's working for it, and some third party agency, some XYZ. So it's like the assets which has been taken from the A company, right? The
Hmm.
original company. So how the process will be
So
different,
I'll tell
right?
you an example. Let's say you are the third party IT member who's coming to my premises, my organization, and you are working, correct? So you become a third party vendor, correct? Coming from the third party. Now you are using, I have given you a laptop, you are working on that, and I have given some, some email ID or XYZ. So when you leave the organization, you have to follow that, hand over that. But for the third party vendor, we do not follow all the process that we do for the employee because he's connected only to one person, reporting manager. Am I clear? And HR people don't go into the third party vendor because they are directly connected to the HOD of IT person. If IT person is reporting to the IT head, they are responsible for that. So we don't have to follow all the process that we do for the employee. If he has given the laptop, he will collect the laptop. It becomes his responsibility. If HR is giving the laptop or example company property to the third party vendor, employees, then it becomes our responsibility to collect. Where you can use the exit clearance form. Am I clear? It all depend on the situation to situation. But you can use this form or process. Clear, dear?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Can I go ahead now? Next point. Now comes the documentation. Let's say we are the Now we are going into a practical part. Now I am the payroll person. What I have to do? So before I process the full and final settlement, I have to ensure that I get the copy of resignation, or in the system I can check whether it is accepted, the exit clearance form has been received, and the exit interview form. Now this exit interview form, most of the company do not give to the payroll team. So no issue. In case you have to collect, you have to just ensure all the document is there. For example, when we issue the offer letter, we should have some important documents. The same way, when someone is leaving the organization, we have to ensure you have all the documents before you process the full and final. So resignation letter, acceptance, that is management acceptance, exit clearance form. Without the three form, you should not follow the or start the FNF process. Clear? Now comes, this is what a practical part. What is checklist? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning, one word or one line? What is the meaning and use of checklist? Can anyone tell me?
That contains all the documentation information like our Aadhaar card and PAN card information, our wealth, educational certificates are there, the experience certificates are there. So
No,
all are
checklist,
being
checklist.
into one checklist paper, so that we
Mhm.
can check it and tick it by not turning the file again and again. So there is a shortcut of that which is being pasted in the checklist
You are
itself,
telling
so
the
that we can.
process. So you are absolutely right. But what is checklist? You are telling the process. So
Checklist
what
is
is
a list wherein we do mention what all needs to be collected from an employee and what all needs to be done from the employer to
correct?
the
But
employee,
why? Why we prepare checklist? So
so
that
that like we
everyone
don't
knows.
miss any part of that.
Process. Very good answer. So here comes the right answer. What is checklist in a simple language? It's a reminder. So checklist is a reminder because there are many process we may forget. Am I very clear? So it's a process that we have to follow, but there are 10 things we have to do. There are 10 things we have to do. So we may forget few of the things. So to remember that, we have checklist. So this is the practical part. I'm showing you what we have to do. Okay. So first thing you have to do is take a printout of this page. Okay, I'll give you the notes, not everyone, whoever follow the process. So take a printout of the checklist, or you can prepare your own checklist and start take his personal file, keep it with you. Again, write it down, take a printout of the checklist, take the personal file, everything where you have all the documents from the joining till the exit, keep it with you. And now start writing his name, designation, resignation date, last date of working. So this is your summary so that you don't forget. Again, I'll tell you, dear, whatever I teach you in my, the institute also, 5 minutes extra you have to take. That 5 minute extra will make you perfect. No error. That is what I follow. Am I clear? So my process will be 5 minutes lengthy, but 100% guarantee there will be no error. So what you have to do? Write down his CTC, write down his gross and basic, because this may help you while preparing the full and final settlement related to the statutory compliance. And now write it down whether the person belongs to 12% or whether he belongs to 1800. Clear? You have to write it down. Then see to that whether the person is ESIC is applicable, yes or no. What you have to see? Whether it is yes or not applicable. Then which state he belongs to for professional tax. Am I clear? Which state he belongs to. Even if you want to add labor welfare fund, you can add here one column called labor welfare fund, whether the current month is yes or no. Am I clear? See, I'm going very step by step so that you understand what you have to check and how you have to do the process. Am I clear? You will take the printout, you will take the personal file, all the documents, and start mentioning one by one. So PF, whether is applicable, then go to the attendance. Now, attendance, we have learnt yesterday, there are two types of attendance. One is the current month attendance and one is the previous month, whether we have to give the arrears or not. So This attendance is the previous month. Which month and how many days he worked. And salary of the previous month, whether you kept it on hold or whether you have released. Let's say this is September. So August, you will write month is August and you will write it was on hold. So you will write each and everything. So this is a working sheet. Clear? Then goes to the accounts clearance. Just see to that exit clearance form, whether there is any salary advance, travel advance, any kind of loan, other payment, deduction. Why don't you check your data? Being you are in payroll, why you're depending on the accounts people? They may also missed something. Possible? Possible. Errors are possible. You should also have the data because who has given the loan? Who has given the loan? Can anyone tell me?
HR.
No. Who has given the loan?
Payroll team.
The payroll team, yes.
Who has given the loan? Simple
Employer
question
has
is
given
very
the loan
tense.
through accounts.
Company.
Accounts people
Taking
have
loans.
credited. Accounts people have given the money via HR. So HR has the
HR
record.
is the one, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
HR has a record and payroll people have done. So payroll will say, but you can also cross check. Am I very clear? The only thing what you have to do is, see, remember what is payroll. If you are just not applying your brain is called what I say is postman. Example, in the exit clearance form, let's say Soumya, in the exit clearance form, the accounts people have said no dues, no loan. And you have also processed the FNF. Then later on, we came to know there was a due. So this is a case study I'm going to give it to you. Soumya, working in HR team, has got the clearance from the accounts team that there is no due, everything is settled. So what Soumya does, she does not recover anything. She makes the payment. After 1 month, when they were doing the scrutiny for the particular month, they came to know that 5,000 is due. Now I want to ask a question. Whose mistake it is? Can anyone tell me? Is it the
Both
mistake of
HR and the
accounts?
payroll.
Accounts and the payroll.
HR.
Both mistake. Now Soumya says, sir, I got a proof. I have the exit clearance form. They have told me there is no due. So what she has done? Postman job. Collected and submitted. Collected and submitted. Has she applied the brain? So payroll person has to apply your brain. So she has to cross check. That is what your job is all about. Am I very clear? You should not follow the process of others. Follow your own instinct. Am I clear, everyone? Got the concept? So even if the accounts people say that there is no due, you have to cross check. Then comes the reimbursement part. So just see whether he has submitted all the reimbursement documents or proof or bill or something, then it is okay. Then see to that whether he's applicable for gratuity, then do the calculation, any kind of perquisite, variable bonus, incentive, and overtime. So one thing I have learned in my 20 years career that the moment you put your resignation, incentive is not valid. How many people agree on this? That means your company follow. The moment you put your resignation, your incentive is not applicable. Whether it was in approved or not approved in a payment process, that will be stopped because incentive is over and above the salary, which we have not confirmed them. This is what you're going to get. So I have the full rights to stop or to pay the incentive. Am I very clear, everyone? So it becomes our responsibility not to make the payment, But still, if something has come, let's say accounts people have said, you have to pay. Please ask question, why we have to pay? Just because you will say accounts people have told, I am paying, you become a postman. I don't want you to become a postman. You have to ask question for which you have done your MBA, qualification, education, and everything. To ask that question as a leader. So remember one thing, Whether he's an HR executive or HR manager, you have the full rights to do the same thing. You have the full rights to do the same thing of a manager or an executive because you are first HR. Then comes the executive. Am I very clear? You have the full power to do that. Now comes the HR clearance about how many leaves are pending, how many leaves are payable, like we have to give leave encashment or not in leave encashment. Then notice period, whether he served the notice period, any kind of recovery, any kind of payable, or is it a waive off? You have to write it down. Then comes the TDS part. So we have whether he has submitted the investment proof. Immediately you came to know, oh my God, Subhashni has not given the investment. Oh my God, I have forgot. So immediately you will call Subhashni. Have you submitted the form to anyone, or can you submit today immediately once you go to home? So she will submit because she also wants the full and final settlement. So this becomes a reminder. Am I very clear? But still you have to write only one process. It's a checklist. Am I clear? Then whether the tax is eligible or not eligible, whether you have calculated or not calculated. Then comes the documentation part. Along with this form, please attach the resignation letter, the acceptance letter, the exit clearance form. Then for the current month, this month, how many days he has worked, how many days he was absent, whether you got the exit clearance form or the exit interview form. So these are the checklist, the most important practical process that you have to follow. Then write it down. Who has prepared? If let's say Subhashni is a HR executive, I am the HR manager. So Subhashni can prepare. I can also authorize or check from my end whether she has gone through everything. She can put a signature and date. So this is called FNF checklist. In a practical way, it is a working sheet. Can everyone come on the screen? How many people understood the process? Exit clearance form and the FNF
Yes,
checklist.
sir.
Anyone have any question? Anyone have any question on related to the FNF checklist? Can I go ahead? Clear? Chalo. Now, put all the details. Today, every company has a system. Every company has a system. So you can put all the details, update the detail in the system and run it. Now comes the FNF working sheet. So I'm just showing you one small demo of this Excel sheet. Okay, it is a part of my course. So I'm just telling, not highlighting. So how to prepare the full and final settlement manually with the help of formula. Can Subhashni, can you see everything is blank? Everything is
Yes,
blank,
sir.
right?
Yes,
Just
sir.
in 2 seconds, Subhashni, can you process the FNF at least 80% just in 2 seconds? Faster
Yes,
than the faster than the software. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, enter. So the detail
because of
has
the
come.
formulas.
Yes. Because of the formula, the FNF is ready, the gratuity is calculated, even the statutory part has come. We just have to change whether it is Gujarat or you can change to other state. So 80% of the Excel sheet that is full and final settlement is ready. So you can cross check with the system. This is what you learn in the payroll process. So let's go to the next one. So the moment you update in the system, the FNF process gets completed. Now what you have to do is you have to intimate. This is the practical part. Intimate the ex-employee. So I'll show you one small email, the way you have to write to the ex-employee. Can you please read, everyone? Please read. It's just a process, a template. You can do the edit, update as per your requirement. In the notes, I will share you this part also, so don't worry. But read.
Uh, will that Excel sheet also be shared? No, right? FNF.
That is only for course detail.
Okay.
Sir, then can you please show us the FNF sheet again so that we can
That is
note it
formula
down some
based.
points?
That is a formula for it takes 100 hours session, dear, not 1 or 2 minutes to come to
No,
that
no, sir. Only
conclusion.
the headings, the employee code and all that stuff which is written there in the
The
FNF
salary
history
slip
sheet.
only. It's only a
Oh,
salary slip. It's just a part. I prepared a salary slip format only. So you can take your company's salary slip and prepare. So nothing wrong. Please read this, Subhashini, so that we can go to the next one. So what I have done is, it's a first time email, that is intimation email, that we have processed your full and final settlement. And please cross check from your end whether we have considered everything. So we will going to share the actual. You can also attach the salary slip or anything. So prepare. This is the write up, the template which you can paste and use this template to process. Am I clear? So if you want, you can read here also. Once it is done, please tell me so that we'll go ahead. Is it done?
yes, sir.
First 3 people, second one, anyone done? Even I have read twice. Chalo. Okay, I'll go to the next. So this is the calculation that you can write it down. For example, salary 13.5 days, leave encashment 35 days. Write the summary so that the person comes to know on what basis I got gratuity, how many years of gratuity, notice period, how many days deducted. So this remark, this important summary is the most important part. Otherwise, each and everything employee will call you and get the clarity. So don't do that. Now comes the moment you send an email, what kind of query it comes? Maximum query is related to the attendance. You know why? Soumya has already updated, but his boss has not approved. Now her ID has got blocked. Then Soumya will say, Anand, I have already submitted all the bills. Then why this recovery? There. So accounts recovery also inquiry may come. And she will say, can I submit the bill? Can I submit the bill now? Please don't deduct. So that is what the query will come. Now let's say Soumya will say, sir, I got the mouse. Can I hand over now? Whatever query. So whatever query comes, you follow the process, update, and again send the one more time revised email with the working. And once you get the approval, then what you have to do is take all the documents to your boss, that is HR head, who is the signing authority. So you have to take the complete documents to your boss, the resignation letter, acceptance letter, exit clearance, FNF working, the working that you have done, the ex-employees acceptance, and now you can prepare the experience letter. You can prepare the experience letter and take along with this FNF, get the signature on that. How many people understood about the experience letter? So when you are going to give the documents, give the document of data experience. So boss will sign together. Correct or wrong? Why you're wasting your boss time? So when you have to prepare the experience letter, when everything is cleared, then comes the payment method. Once your boss has approved, how the payment can happen? You can transfer let's say today is how much? Which day today? 26th. Let's say Mr. Praveen Kumar's FNF is approved. Today, what is the date? 26th. Salary is going to come now, 30th. 30th. So instead of making a check, why don't you credit the amount directly? He will be more happy. Praveen will have no time to go to the bank and deposit the check. So please avoid check. Please avoid check and make a transfer. He may wait for another 10 days to get the credit, but not good because we have to courier the check. Again, 3 days will go. Am I clear, everyone? So we can either transfer, we can directly transfer, or we can prepare a check. That is a method. Second, now we have to intimate to the accounts team. Can you please read this mail? If anyone have any query, they can ask. Meanwhile, anyone have any queries so far? You can ask the question. Chalo, that means no one has query. Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Now, dear ABC, in case of check, this is in case of transfer, but in case of check, suppose your company follow the check process, you can just write the same thing, but issue a check. The only important in case of check is the name of the person. The very, very important is name of the person. So do not write the name that is there in your record. Let's say Soumya joined your company as Soumya XYZ. Now she got married and she has a different name. So you have to ask the confirmation from her. That is why I have put it in the exit clearance form. Write your full name that you want in the check. Am I clear? So that is where it will come into the role. So this is for check in case. Then comes intimation. Let's say you got the check or you credited the full and final settlement. Then you have to write this email. So this email is very important to close down everything. And you should have the approval on it. We have processed the full and final settlement and credited directly in your bank account number, date for an amount. So requested to kindly check at your end and confirm the receipt of the payment so that I can release the experience letter. So at least you have something no with you so that they respond you. Am I very clear? You should keep go one by one so that they get the everyone wants the experience letter because they have to submit to the new company. So they will be doing anything whatever you will ask. But if you give everything, then why they will respond you? They will take your own time. So don't do that. Am I clear with the process? What intimation you have to give once the amount gets credited. So this you have to send it via email only, along with the working, final working, and bye-bye. Now what you have to do is the last stage, personal file. So take the personal file, put everything systematically, okay, and remove all the documents from the personal file, remove all the documents and make a box file. Make a box file with a label called full and final settlement and move all the personal file documents into the box file. Clear everyone? We are going very practically. This is what, so example, I am the HR head and I'm training you what I expect from all of you in the full and final settlement method is what I'm teaching you today. Am I clear everyone? So what is your boss expectation is what I have taught you. Clear? Then comes the compliance part. Example, update the last date of working in the PF, ESIC, wherever the statutory compliance is involved, update in the system. That is the end of the entire FNF process. Am I clear, everyone? Now I'll go. There are a few more things. But till now, anyone have any questions so far?
Sir, one question, like
May I know your name and can I see your face?
Vamshi, sorry.
Acha, Vamsi. Any problem with your face? No, now you look handsome. Then why you can't come? Tell me.
No. Yeah. So whenever the full and final settlement is completed, so after how many days, the last working day has to be updated in PF portal or ESA portal. Is there any TAT for that?
See, very simple is, let's say today is the last day. 26th is the last day.
Mhm.
What PF want? The last month PF amount, example, should be credited. So when you are going to credit, today is 26th, you're going to process in 30th, but make the payment before 15th of the previous month, correct? Next month,
Yes.
sorry, 15th of the next month. The moment you credit the PF,
Okay.
update. Simple. Logic.
Okay.
Understand the logic.
Okay. So there is no particular any tagline, right?
Why tagline? Immediately you have to put, because he may be joining the other company. And
Sure.
if he
Sure.
join the other company, the exit has to be done. Otherwise, the other company may not give the number, may not able to process the PF.
Yes. Yes.
So the most important is the PF number,
Okay. Okay.
update number. Clear? So anyone
Thank
have
you.
any other question? Can I go to the next stage? Anyone have any query so far? Chalo. Now, small request. Share your feedback, like how you like the entire session. In case you have not seen my first yesterday's session, you can watch on the recording. I will share again in the group. And once you watch both of the video, you can share your feedback. Your feedback will help me to give you more knowledge and video, how it was. Second is a small surprise. I want everyone to be there. Don't leave. It is for you only. You will not get this opportunity again. A small surprise gift. 100 hours of knowledge. Today you have learnt one thing, but not full payroll, FNF, but entire FNF you have learned the process. 100 hours of practical knowledge. Even if you spend your life in a company, your boss is not going to share. You will get 4-month access to watch all the recorded session, and it covers A to Z. Entire investment working, the FNF, even the Excel sheet, manually how to prepare the income tax, all the PF statutory compliance, MS Office, all related to the payroll, everything about the payroll. This is just the 50% of thing, because I cannot write everything. 50. Today we have learned one FNF in 2 hours. Imagine each and every parameter you can learn for 100 hours. Okay. The fees, actual fees, all my students have done on 5,000 or 7,300 is the latest fee. But due to Ganpati or Ganesh Chaturthi that is ending in next 2 days, the price is only 299. And friends who are watching on the recording, I'm extremely sorry. This is only for the people who are watching the live session today. So if you are watching after 2-3 days, then this may not be valid for the people who are watching on the recording. So you will get at the rate 299 for all the courses, that is payroll courses. Clear? It's a recorded session, 4 months. If anyone is interested, you can WhatsApp and speak to our counselor. She will guide you. If anyone want notes. Now, friends, how many people want notes and certificate? What I have seen is you just go and visit and you get the certificate. My one question, do you think certificate has a value? Let's say I have done my MBA. I come to your office and give my certificate MBA. And will you give me a job? If your answer is
There is
no,
a value, but with the skills and knowledge also.
no, let me put in a practical way. I have a certificate because people go only for certificate. So I'm giving the certificate. Can I get a job? The answer says definitely not. Even Subhashni will not give the job. Then what is the value of certificate? So I'll tell you what is value. Certificate has a value only when you got the knowledge. So even if I give you the certificate today that you have attended, but you have not learned, you have not practiced, there is no use, because during the interview, certificate does not come into the role. Only once you get selected, we give the certificate. Am I clear? So let's put some value, added value, that how this certificate will have a value. The first thing, you have to prepare the notes in a notes. You have to prepare a notes that you have seen. The notes that I will give it to you is all available in the Google. But whatever I have shared my knowledge, that is only on this video. So you have to prepare a video. Sorry, watch the video again. Prepare a note so that you must use, so that you have learned. Now, when you prepare a note, please prepare a note in such a way like a project. Now I'll tell you how we will get. You all people are HR. I am an MBA fresher. I come to you and I say I have the knowledge of full and final settlement, and you submit the project that you have prepared. Even the, let's say you are a recruiter, even if you see the bullet point, arrears, leave encashment, hey, these all things are not there in the in the education sector. So at least you have the knowledge So you are 100 times better than the other people in your level. If you are a fresher, then you are 100 times better than them because you have the practical knowledge. So we have to give the proof that you have a knowledge. For example, now I'll tell you in your technical, why people want demo class now. Why all of you ask for demo class? Because you have invested lakhs of money on MBA, but you didn't got a job. Now you don't want to invest even 1 rupee, right or wrong? You have invested lots of money, but you didn't got the job. Now I will not even invest 1 rupee without the verification. So now you people ask for a demo class or a live class, but we give 10 lakh rupees without even asking anything. That is the main agenda. So what you have to do is, why don't you show your skill? Now I'll tell you one thing. You all people are HR and I've come from the payroll. And I'll tell you, ma'am, Subhashni ma'am, can you give me 1 minute to show what I know? Subhashni says, yes, why not? Ma'am, can I show you a miracle if you don't mind? Ma'am, within 5 seconds. See, ma'am, salary structure is done. This I know how to do. Now, Subhashni, tell me one thing. Do you think from 100 people, even one person will have this knowledge as a fresher level? I ask everyone at a fresher level from MBA graduate. Definitely not. But if you have learned this, why you will not get the job? That is what we teach. Am I very clear with it? So make the notes of the full and final settlement in such a way that you produce during the interview. So that will have a value. So let's go to the next one. Then I will give you a certificate. So two things is required. One, you have to watch the video, make a proper project which you can show. Now I am an interviewer person. You are submitting to me as an interviewer. Am I clear, everyone? You will get this certificate. Now, second thing you have to do is you have to just share your small 10-line feedback, how you like the session. That's all. That is called appreciation. How you like the entire 2 hour session. The moment you send, you can send it on the WhatsApp, nothing wrong, and submit the notes on the WhatsApp. You will get the certificate immediately. But it all depends on me. I will check whether you have put your dedication and hard work to get this certificate, then only this certificate has a value. Otherwise, it has no value. It will just be in your cupboard. So this is what I want. Please prepare a notes, bullet point notes as a project with your 100% dedication that you're going to submit in the notes. Again, friends, please watch my YouTube channel about absconding case, interview tips, wherever you feel, prepare the notes and send it to me. I will give you the certificate, but not all the courses that I have mentioned in the YouTube. There are few things which I can give it. Done. Now you can subscribe so that you get all the latest video. Done.
The
So
project
that
you
was
have to send in
on the
a
WhatsApp. You
PDF
can, yeah, PDF format,
manner or like,
PDF format.
okay.
So imagine I am
And when
taking
do we have to
interview and
submit?
you want to try to impress the interviewer by submitting the project. So be creative. Please be creative. Done. So two things for certificate, share your, watch the video again, make a proper project, share your experience, how you felt, and get valued certificate, which will really help you. Am I clear, everyone? And if you want to do the course, the last date is 28th. You can do payroll, generalist, recruitment, MS Office. I have 4 courses and you can enroll for that. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we
Sir,
have
when do we have
JD
to give the project?
on my WhatsApp number, dear. Nothing wrong.
Any last date for the project? Like, because I have my exams, I'm pursuing
You can
MBA.
give any time. No, but this way till the time I feel it is okay, no problem at all. Because
Thank you
certificate
so
is
much.
important for student, not for me. So whenever you feel important, immediately do the process. But it all depends on me to verify whether you are eligible or not. Clear, everyone? So tomorrow we
Yes,
have
sir.
a job description. Do not forget. Please tell all your friends to come and join. How many people are happy with the entire process that we learned? I hope you got maximum information in these 2 days. See you very soon tomorrow. Thank you
Would
so
you,
much.
sir,
Yes.
would
Yes.
you be taking a session on appointment letters?
It is there in the course, but I can take, I'm planning to take 10 points, what is important in the appointment letter. So we have many things. I have prepared 10 project till now. So this is one project. Tomorrow we have job description. And friends, if you want, you can suggest me which topic you want. I'll put it in the group today. The more you put, at least I will get an idea which one you all people want. Clear, everyone?
Sir, is
Chalo.
it possible to take a recruitment regarding the session?
See, I cannot share the complete knowledge because it takes 60 hours. So what I have done is I have reduced the fees in such a way that you can watch it for 4 months, everything about recruitment. 60 hours knowledge.
Sir, can I speak now?
Yeah, yes, Miss Anne.
Actually, joined the course, that ninth course. It really helps me a lot because now I'm working as an HR profession in payroll. Now it's very useful me to learn so many things. I don't have any time. Now, in other time, I just chatting and everything I do. But now the only thing I am focusing on the course because it's very interesting. Thank you
You
so
have
much.
taken the course, Annie? Yes, you have taken a course, right? Which course
Yes.
you have taken?
The full payroll process, everything, recruitment and all the MS Office,
Acha, you have
everything.
taken. Acha, one more friends, just she has informed me. 15,000 rupees course, 15,000 rupees course, 5 major course, recruitment, generalist, payroll, compliance, MS Office, 200 hours, only 9,000 rupees. Only 9,000, 3 EMI you can pay. Money is not important, dear. Otherwise, I would have not given this free also. Clear, everyone? If you want to learn practical part, come, you can learn maximum thing. Most of my students are there today, not all new people. Chalo, thank you so much. Otherwise, this becomes like an advertisement thing. So I don't want to do any advertisement.
Sorry, we didn't get your name. I'm very sorry. We would like to get.
Yeah, my name is Anand Mudaliar. So
Yeah,
yesterday I
thank you, Mr.
introduced.
Anand.
Thank you, Miss
Yeah, thank you,
Soumya.
Mr. Anand. It was a wonderful session with complete information and knowledge based. Thanks for the session. So we'll definitely refer our friends whoever are in HR and admin so that even they can get benefited of this. Thank you so
So
much.
please,
Have a
thank
wonderful
you,
night.
dear.
Good night.
Please tell every people, fresher, student to come and join the live session. Done? Thank you so much for your valuable time. See you tomorrow at the same time.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Chalo, bye.